Might take a while. All right. We are live.
I have to pull up different tabs for things because I don't have button form anymore.
Back to the hobo life.
It's a hobo life. It's a hobo life. Okay, I don't see anything on my Facebook group. I don't see anything on my Twitter. Oh, there it is. It is on my Twitter. Okay, cool. Lags a little bit.
Oh my god. This takes forever. This is brutal, man.
You should have just downloaded it to your phone and plugged it into the mixer, dude.
Plug what in the mixer?
Your phone.
I don't have a plug for that.
Oh, I forgot that doesn't have a headphone jack on those anymore. Fucking plebs without headphone jacks, dude.
Okay, I'm calm. I wish we were doing these in opposite order so I can burn off my anger.
Your anger. We could. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're going to get posted.
Your anger has made you powerful.
I didn't know what podcast this. 184. Okay.
There you go.
God damn. All right, so this is turning out well. Let's just start the podcast. I got no clips. Frank's not here, so we have none of his clips. I have no theme song. I can't play that either. I have this is a stripped down acoustic version of our podcast. Pretty soon it's going to be without cameras or microphones.
We'll just call it Podcast Unplugged.
I got you. You ready? Loitering Wonderland Studios, the Twilight Zone review.
No. And then 10 minutes of them talking, and then we get to Jordan Peele. If Frank cuts the clip.
Thanks, Frank.
And then
give us comment at the end of it.
Yeah. And what's he say? Fuck it. Let's begin. LIW blah, 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 episode 184 for Try Repeated. That's what I'm calling it because fuck them.
Yeah, fuck it.
Episode 184. Yay. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Jansen Carlin. Yep. And there's no Frank.
I had a clip to play, but I'll just read it.
Okay.
A man dazzles a woman with his seemingly miraculous abilities, but their encounter takes a dark turn when the true source of his charisma is revealed. I had a robot saying all that, but I can't play that. So just picture that.
Or hear it.
Yeah, just think about it. The podcast listeners won't notice any of this because I'll have all that edited in. The live audience.
Absorb that into your mind, grapes.
Yeah. The live audience is fucked, though.
Sorry,
I put up another tab to look at something and I forgot what it was. I'm not a happy man right now.
If you didn't know, Phoenix's computer decided to take a shit this week. So we're waiting on some replacement parts, and he's not too thrilled about it.
No.
Sorry, bud.
I got spoiled, you know?
The waiting is the hardest
You had a taste
part.
of the good life. And then that good life turned around and fucking swung its big, fat, 8-inch, 200-pound dick in your face.
That's solid. That's dense.
It's dense, yeah.
8 inches and 200 pounds?
Yeah.
Damn. That's pretty good.
Wait, yours isn't 8 inches and 200 pounds?
No, I guess not. Oh, that's what I was doing. Pull up my email because Greg emailed me.
Oh, yeah. What does Greg have to say?
Oh, Greg.
Find out in several minutes.
Okay. Oh, I like this episode.
Oh, I'll pull it up on my
Probably
phone.
gonna get me shit for it.
Yeah, there's no Frank. I think we're fine. We're not going to get a bunch of weird science facts that he half checked and half remembered.
I mean, he was just talking to us a minute ago.
I mean, there's no science involved with Groundhog Day Redux. I mean, you can't really science that away. So
big Groundhog Day.
Actually, Jansen, you know what Groundhog Day Redux I like is Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow. That's my shit.
Live, Die, Repeat.
Happy Death Day. That's my
Happy
version.
Death
That's a good
Day.
one too. Yeah.
Honestly, that is actually a good one.
Yeah, I like the second one too.
I don't know if I think I might have seen the second one. I can't remember.
The second one gives up all pretenses of being a horror movie, and it's just a full-on comedy where she's killing herself for the whole movie. like jumping in a wood chipper in like
Oh my
slow
God.
motion and like flipping off the screen. Greg says about this episode, which he wrote E9S2 because he's a fucking asshole.
Fucking fuck.
Hey, what's up, TZ reviewers? Woohoo! You made it to the final stretch. Maybe we should all celebrate with some dessert from Arby's. I know that'll never happen, but anyways, here are my final 2 episode reviews on Sneeze On 2. Episode 9, Season 2. It felt dry and corny in the beginning, then it got very interesting in the middle because you knew the main female character are trying to dissect how this creep really did all this shit. But it left me feeling a little uninterested in the end. An episode like this should have had the Groundhog's Day creep actual die, whether it be by a freak accident, by the giant wood sword thing, or a classic window fall. But thinking about it again, it makes sense. He has to accept the fact that he's in the wrong, or he's going to be in a hell where he's constantly getting friend zoned. You know, Judgment Night. But like, I still wanted to see the creep die because it's funny that way, but it's an understandable message either way. If you get friend zoned or denied, just accept it. I give this episode 5 out of 10, aka a C for creepy simps should get off the soy milk and time machines.
What kind of dessert does Arby's sell? Because I don't eat at Arby's.
I wouldn't know.
Like
No
I'm
idea.
sure they have some kind of a thing that they call dessert.
I can count on 2 fingers how many times I've been to Arby's in my life.
Yeah, same, dude. Same.
There's a, like a Venn diagram where it's like, been the Arby's, had their desserts, and, kind of cross over. With Arby's, like, okay, let's start with a bigger circle. Times I've had diarrhea. Every single Arby's time I've been to Arby's Venn diagram would be entirely in that little circle.
Yep.
In the diarrhea circle.
Arby's and White Castle. No. Just
I've never been to
no.
White
I've never been to White Castle either.
You're not missing nothing.
It's
It's soy burgers, literally soy burgers.
Are they soy?
Well, maybe not really. They used to be. Yeah, they were soy burgers. They're those dinky little fucking burgers. They're sliders.
Yeah.
Sliders, yeah.
They're nasty.
No, thank you.
They're
Yeah,
awful.
I thought this Oh, hi Frank.
Yep.
Welcome.
Just got home from work. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good, buddy. How are
Continue
you?
your thought.
Oh, okay. I'm going to continue my thought. I thought this episode was good. I didn't think it was. I feel like I say this a lot. I didn't feel like it was anything to call home about. I thought that they had a good plot. They had interesting actors and good actors at that. Like they played their roles well. I thought that it kind of took that piece from Groundhog Day or Happy Death Day, and what Groundhog Day was meant to be. I think originally it was meant to be something a little bit more graphic. I think there was even stuff cut from it that was supposed to be a little bit more intense or whatever. But it kind of showed you like a raw side of that story, which was cool, or a more gritty story from that perspective. So I thought it was interesting. I enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say about it. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't anything that really made my head spin. Everybody saw the ending coming pretty much. It was different in the way that, the Twilight Zone-ish thing that was happening to him, and he's not the main character of the story. I thought that was interesting because she truly is the main character of the story. This is about her comeuppance throughout the end of the story and making sure that he knows that he can't act like this and this isn't the way it's supposed to be. Even if he is dealing with some bullshit, you got to treat me with respect, right? So I thought it was interesting to have it from a perspective of somebody that the Twilight Zone is not doing anything to, for once. I don't feel like we've seen that at all with the current series, possibly the old series, but them's my thoughts.
I'm trying to think about that for the old series.
Yeah.
I
thought that made this episode feel a little bit original. Like it gave an original spin to it, versus just having it be from his perspective and all about him, which it wasn't.
All right, Adam.
All right.
So you're
All right.
standing somewhere.
I'm just going to rain on everybody's parade. I didn't like this episode very much. And a lot of that's because I just cannot stand Topher Grace. Can't stand him. This one is equal. Whenever he's on screen, he's just always trying way too hard and just like really like overdoing it, overplaying his hand. I get it. The guy's a bad guy. All right. How many episodes of this particular series is the guy always the bad guy? This feels like another one that belongs in season 1. I didn't find it terribly interesting. The twist, you can see it a mile away. It's not the worst. I mean, it's still better than most of season 1, but I was not as happy with this one as other episodes. I'd say about a 4 out of 10. Just slightly below average for me.
I feel like they did a good job though of I hear what you're saying about season 1 and how preachy it was with the political bullshit and like the just the messages, right? I felt like at least in this episode they did a good job of not making that the entire story, right? Yes, there were elements to it that spoke to issues in the world.
They kind of snuck it in a little bit, and I was just like, oh, I mean, it was enough to at least get an eye roll or two out of me.
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough. I hear you.
Right?
I liked it a lot.
Yay.
A whole lot. Yeah, I mean, and I agree with Adam. I can't stand Topher Grace at all. Like, I really don't like
He's
Topher
like,
Grace.
I love him.
No,
I watch that 70 show like one time a year at least, all the way through.
Well, I mean, yeah, same here. But I didn't like Topher Grace in that, but I really didn't like that other tall, lanky, dumb man. What the fuck? What's that?
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, that dumb motherfucker. I didn't like him that much. But no, I thought she played a great role in this. He played a great role in it. It was some great acting. I didn't know where it was going. But it's just then it's shadow fucking play, dude. This is shadow play revisited, and they didn't not do it justice. I'll give them that. But so I'm a bit conflicted with that. I would say don't try to do shadow play at all. This was shadow play in Groundhog's Day with Topher Grace in a museum. I give it like a 7.
Okay. Interesting. Seems like we're all kind of all over the board right now.
A little bit.
I'm conflicted with this one. I like at some parts I'm like, ugh. In other parts I'm like, eh. In other parts I'm like, ugh. You know, I'm like,
I thought if anything from this episode, I honestly thought the acting pulled it back from the storyline. The acting was good. She was great. Like she played that role well.
My only issue with her is whenever she was doing the flirty talky with him, I didn't think twice about her. Anytime she said anything about what's happening to her, I didn't believe her. That was my problem with her.
Wait, what? What part was it?
Just anytime she got serious and talked about the plot of the episode, I was like, oh, she kind of took me out of it a little bit. Anytime she was doing like her and Topher talking about stuff, or
I think
thought she was great.
I think a part of that was, for me at least, I hear what you're saying. I feel like a part of that was the writing though too. I feel like she didn't explain it well, like why it was affecting her and how it was affecting her, which I guess for me as well would take me out of it too, if that's what you're trying to get at.
I don't know, just the actress. I don't know.
Okay.
I liked her overall. Nope, not really a problem overall. Just some of the lines she says when she's talking about what's going on is like, ugh. Probably should have done another take.
Yeah.
So for once, I'm not in between you guys. Jansen, what do you give this rating wise?
I gave it a 6.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not between you guys at all. I get what you're going for shadow play. Not really. Not really that similar to shadow play.
No. You know, the names have been changed to protect the good.
The innocent.
And the entire story. And
Well, I mean, he's trying to convince her that he's reliving the same day over and over.
not really.
do you mean?
He convinced her in a couple minutes.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, well, he convinced the press guy.
At the episode was about that though. This is
You
a
would
minor
just-
part of that.
You would just think that I mean, him convincing her was a solid 8-10 minutes of the story. I would say that if he's done this for years, like he says he has, he would have some foolproof way to convince her. And like if he's really trying to make her love him, then that would be the first thing out of his mouth, right? I mean, if that was the real goal at the end of all this, which it obviously isn't, because he's probably tried this before and it hasn't worked. And
No, he hasn't. He
says
says
he
a
has.
couple times in the episode, this is the first time I've actually been honest with you.
yeah,
So
but
this
who
is
knows
his
if
first,
that's actually the
first run
truth?
through.
Though.
What's that?
That's the truth that he's telling us. We don't know.
I'm
The
saying
one- There was one thing he did say that made me go, "Did he fuck her once?"
a couple times.
Yeah,
He's like, it worked more than
Yeah.
once.
yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right. So I was right in that. Okay, because I was like,
It's like,
wait a
I
minute.
got it in, girl. One or
Yeah.
two times at least,
All 3 holes in that canoe.
and none of
Nope.
it was consensual.
I mean, we were like outside. That's how early I got in one time. I was still pulling you back from the bus.
Just
We were just like,
No. I let the bus hit you, and then I went for it.
so bitch, yeah, I've been in there. No, if I could go, I really enjoyed this episode. At first I was like, oh god, what's it gonna be? I thought he was gonna be imaginary or something, or
I thought it was going that route too.
yeah, I was like, please don't go this route, because he catches the water bottle, and I'm like, all right, maybe she's in a bubble or like a virtual reality. I'm like, no, they did that episode with downtime, so I'm kind of going through this, and what caught me off guard was it's not even a twist ending. They tell you halfway through, or less than halfway. So he tells that, and the rest of the episode is about how she's going to get out of this, or how he's going to deal with this in the future. So I don't think there's even a twist in this episode. I really don't think there is one, because it comes so early on.
I think the twist, if anything, is that she wins, right?
Yeah, she kicked his ass, because that was her
She
first
kicks
time
his ass
doing it.
and she wins, because before that there was no twist. The twist was that he told her what's happening. That was the real twist. If anything, that was the Twilight Zone aspect of it.
I would say the biggest twist is she didn't get arrested after punching him while he was detained.
Yeah.
I mean, there were security guards. They didn't know what they were doing.
That's true. They were security guards, not cops.
Yeah.
She might later, but it doesn't matter, because she's going back to the beginning. So, and to go off what Muffin's review was earlier, I don't agree. I don't want to see him die, because he'll just start back over. So what's the advantage of that, And going off what Adam was saying about the political messaging, I didn't really pick up on any of that. I mean,
Just little hints of it. Yeah, just little hints of it. Like, it just seemed like there was a little bit of a stay in your own lane, and don't overstep your boundaries, and don't talk to me, and that kind of stuff. I'm just like, it just I don't know.
I didn't
A little
get
bit
that
of it. Maybe it's just because I couldn't stand Topher Grace. I was just looking for more things to hate about it. Because I have yet to see him in anything where I can stand him. I just ugh.
The only piece of that I think I picked up on was when she tells him, like, "Hey, back off! You're making me uncomfortable." Like that was really the only time where I'm like, "Oh, okay." I mean, I see kind of where,
Because there was definitely a lot of
man.
man hating in the first season, so it's just like, oh, this is some spillage over from that. So
and that's why I say don't agree, because the first season hit you over the head with it.
yeah,
Right.
This, I mean, you could read it that way. I just read it as what literally her literal lines of dialogue, which is, you know me, but I don't know you. So what you're doing is like horribly wrong. Like, you're just fucking with me. Like,
the one with the meteorite rocks that made men evil. That one.
Yeah, that one's just way too on the nose. It just backed you over the head with it.
I mean, I feel like if you had to abstractly look at this one in that light, like, the message is more like, don't push someone into something because you know them better than they know you, or you feel that you've gained something on them and have this insight to who they are, and they don't know the first thing about you. So it felt more like somebody's own story portrayed in the Twilight Zone, somebody's own experience portrayed through a storyline in the Twilight Zone. It didn't seem like it was a real broad strokes type of issue. It was more of this happened specifically to someone that I know, and it was uncomfortable and weird, but it would make a great story if it was told like this.
So I just picked it up as this is what happened with these two characters. I didn't read any political messaging or any morality behind it. Just this guy's like a real big creeper, and the whole thing with the masks is literally that's the only part that bothered me a little bit because it's so dumb. Like they're in a mask and he's wearing a mask.
If you I don't know if you caught it the second time you watched it, but I noticed it the first time I'm watching it. Right before she punches him in the face, you can see the blood on his lips through the mask.
Really?
Yeah, he's already done up in the makeup, and she punches him. He pulls it off, and he's like, "Oh, I'm bleeding." I'm like, yeah, I kind of saw that coming.
He had a nosebleed.
Yeah.
Also, can I just mention this is like the third time since that 70s show where I've seen Topher Grace play a creepy asshole. You know, like it's like he's doing the same character in everything he's done since he's left that show. This is the exact same character from Predators. Also, pretty much the same character from Spider-Man 3.
Brock.
Well, if you're asking permission, you just did it. It's just joking with you.
I like him in Traffic. He's good in Traffic.
It'd be good if he went out into Traffic. I agree. I would like him a lot more in Traffic.
I have nothing against him. I don't
I
love
like
I
him
don't
in
like, I don't like
Predators.
that 70s show.
I thought he was good in Predators. I liked the I actually liked Predators in general. I thought Adrian Brody was so over the top; it was actually comical.
It's definitely not one of the worst of the sequels, but the best of the sequels is the second one.
Fuck yeah,
yeah.
Danny Glover, you kidding?
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
When you say Predators, I'm trying to figure out which one.
It's the third one they made. They did Predator, then Predator 2, and then Predators, and then the Predator. That one was laughably bad.
I know some of you guys hate Black Mirror, but I actually loved Topher Grace's cameo in the Black Mirror episode Smithereens.
See, he's perfect for Black Mirror. Yeah.
That because he plays like this basically Twitter CEO guy, and he's got like a full-on beard. He's like doing yoga and shit. It's fucking hysterical.
Was he bad at, dude? He was great in it, dude. Like I didn't even know that was him until afterwards. He was
right.
in it.
I think no matter how good the episode was, Adam still wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah,
you're right.
Adam, I think
guilty.
You have a bias, dude.
I might be a little biased. Yeah.
I give it an 8. I really enjoyed it all the way through.
Wow, an 8. Okay.
Second time, I enjoyed it too. And
I keep holding back on my scores because I feel like you guys are going to give me shit. My gut said 7, but I said 6 instead. So
actually, I thought you guys were going to beat up on me harder.
I'm going 7. Fuck you guys.
I think you have a Topher hate on.
It's true.
Yeah, and I wouldn't judge an episode based on not liking an actor.
Well, and if an actor can stop being that actor and doing the thing that actor does to annoy me, that would be different. But he doesn't. He's just always the same one-note obnoxious motherfucker in everything he's in. And like, here's an episode of Twilight Zone where he's just Topher Grace being Topher Grace. It's like, that's just not entertaining to me.
I mean, that's typecasting, though. It's like saying
so. And as far as the plot, you already nailed it right from the beginning. It's Groundhog Day, except it's twisted Groundhog Day. Woo! You know, sorry, it doesn't work for me.
Tom Cruise.
Yep. Tom Cruise, same shit. Mm-hmm. It's just typecasting. I think he has more levels than that. I'd like to see him do some other stuff. But to be fair, he's come out with other stuff, and I just haven't looked it up to watch it. So who knows? He might be really
David
great.
Duke in Black Klansman.
Oh, that's right. I did watch that.
That's fitting.
Scientologist whack job.
It fits.
You're talking about Tom Cruise still?
Yeah.
He's talking about 90% of actors.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, John Travolta.
Yeah.
Hey, he's had a hard couple weeks. Let him go.
Will Smith. He's had a hard couple weeks too.
Yeah.
Or soft couple weeks. I don't know.
What happened? What
Bit of both. Column A, column B.
Yeah.
What happened to Will Smith?
His wife cheated on him.
Do we have enough time to even tell you what happened to Will Smith?
Jansen did.
That's it. His wife cheated on him. She told him to his face. On
Yeah,
like
they
a live podcast.
they covered it on a live podcast on what
On her kids.
on her channel, his wife's channel.
Why I was confused about that is because the previous story I saw like 2 days before that broke was they're in an open marriage. And I'm like, huh? What?
It's a fucking mess, is what it is. You can call it whatever you want. Open marriage, whatever. It's messy, really messy.
The purple dildo, it's all the same, dude.
Yep,
I think she's terrible.
she is a pretty terrible person for real.
No, actress. I don't enjoy watching her at all.
Oh yeah, no, I've never liked any.
Her
of
as
her shit.
Fish Mooney on Gotham was.
I literally stopped
God.
watching that show because of her. I couldn't.
Yeah.
She
You know,
was great in the
I
Matrix.
tried to watch that show. I really liked the guy that played the Penguin, but I couldn't stand Fish Mooney, man. Ugh.
Yep.
Oh,
Worst fucking character.
I thought she piloted a great whatever they were called in the Matrix. I mean, nobody could run that run other than her.
Yeah,
in Lawrence Fishburne.
it's like Han Solo doing the Kessel Run, except with tits.
Does well, barely. Yeah.
That's what.
I thought she was hot in that movie Menace to Society, but she wasn't a good actress.
Don't be a menace. Just-
No, Menace to Society.
Okay, fair enough.
One that Don't Be a Menace is making fun of.
Right.
Are you my daddy?
So,
Wrong ho,
Twilight Zone.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Wrong ho, fo.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. Yeah, that's it.
Going. Yeah. I'm sure one of those days he probably got in the wrong hole.
Did you want to get into the plot of this one at all, or you think we pretty much give it up to Ghost?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, what are we talking about here? We're talking about a guy who's repeating the same day over and over. Nobody
I do
else.
have a question about. Remember when she left her bag and shit in the canoe and
Yeah, why did they make notice of that?
yeah, like they literally showed it.
Insert shot.
Like, I was like that.
Maybe
Why?
that's where her rape whistle was.
Maybe that's got to be it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, let's walk through this a little bit here. Starts off, she's waiting. She's talking into her phone. She's not really paying attention. Kind of a rainy day outside. She's standing by the road.
They're establishing that she's a really brainy individual.
Yeah.
She's recording her what you call thesis. Is that what she's
Dissertation.
something like? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dissertation. Whatever that is, I have no idea what that is.
And she goes to take a step, and then luckily she's saved by our hero.
Topher
And he
Grace.
pulls her back, and you could tell once you watch it the second time, you're like kind of watching it with that in mind. And I'm like, because he's like, he says something really cute, and then walks away. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a power move right there. Like, he makes her chase him. She's like, she wants more. That's why she's like, I met a guy. Like, and they go in the museum, meet at the ticket booth thing, go inside, and he just like starts talking to her, and he's really. The reason I thought he's imaginary is because how much they have in common at the beginning, but that's by design because he's lived this day. He said 1,000 times or so. So for literally for years. So I want to know. There's so much more I want to know about this character. How many women has he tried this with? What else has he done all these times?
I felt the same thing. I was like, I really wish it's another one of those episodes where it's like, man, I wish they would have made this into a movie and I had the story before, right? Because I feel like it's such a cool story, even though it has been a movie and shit like that. I feel like they handled it really well. I felt like it was a really cool, interesting.
Make it a movie and replace Topher Grace with Nicolas Cage.
Don't say.
Let's never do that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
It's not a good idea.
No.
No woman would ever be attracted.
What?
Imagine that motherfucker telling you he's stalking you.
Yeah.
She'd be out of there so fast.
Oh, you like quotes, huh?
I'm
What?
stalking you.
What cages could Cage be in this type of a setting?
What cages could cage? How much wood could a what?
Well, you got
asking
your
what
rage
version.
cage, you got your coat, you got your just fucking up cage. You've got so many cages that.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
He knows what I'm talking about. You got the rage.
You'd have to go from court cage to rage cage.
Thank you. See,
That's
he
it.
knows what I'm about. Yeah. So, am I the only one that actually watches Nick Cage cast out of the four of us?
Probably.
I was on one. Does that count?
No.
I think.
Actually, all of you were, except you, the one who requested to be on.
Yeah, and I
Still waiting for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm waiting to work less than 70 hours a week, and then I'll be able to do something.
You're having a kid. That's never going to end now.
No.
About to get worse. Yeah, no. But it's okay.
Yeah, because he's really quirky at first. And he's like, oh, what's his name? Bob Johnson? And she laughs. And I laugh because it's hilarious. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Why?
It's like, why was that funny?
I don't know.
You get it. Like it
was a setup for a joke later on.
Yeah.
They keep going, and eventually she's like, all right, what's going on? What's your secret? And he's like, oh, I have a secret. And they do a good job with a number of things, but one thing they keep doing is they keep moving from place to place, and they all look different enough where it's fresh. You're not like, God, get the fuck out of this room already. They move from one place to another. They keep the conversation going. And I thought they did a really good job with the elevating conversation towards his change into aggression.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that pacing was handled really well. Because it could have just been out of nowhere. But it's like him realizing, oh, I can just kill you. It doesn't even matter what I do. I'm sure he's killed other people, but he never thought about killing her.
Right.
He even says a bunch of times, like, this is my first time doing this. This is fun. This is what we're doing. He grabs the sword.
Well, I mean, he did kill her the one time by accident.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. That's where a lot of the episode is, and that's where it's more like Happy Death Day. Or actually, Groundhog Day too, because he's like getting the cop chase and he jumps off the building and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
where it's that.
Yeah, I thought those flashbacks were cool.
All the different tries he did.
Yeah. I thought
Larry and 5. 4.
I thought that those added value to the story too. Those are flashbacks that added value when we talk about flashbacks, like the ones that we want, right? I mean that. You can see all the different mistakes that he made and how much effort he was really putting into making sure that he could get her to love him in a day. And man, what a mind fuck.
That's what I like seeing his desperation grow. He's like, no, you have no fucking idea. I put in so much work. You owe me. Like, basically is what he's saying.
Right.
Like, you owe me. And she's like, I don't fucking know you. That's the part I found fascinating about that dynamic. Right.
Well, and then I think it's funny too. She's like, why can't you just think about this from my perspective? And he flips on her. Why can't you think it from mine? I'm like, because yours is fucking ridiculous. Fucking psychopath.
I would say Andy McDowell played it better.
She played it better because, she played it different because that's what that movie required. It's just different.
How so?
Totally different movies. This because she never got scared and creeped out by Bill Murray.
How can you?
Exactly. So it's different.
Phil?
Bill Murray told me he's in a time loop and wants to do. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's just do it.
I just want to do.
You want to fuck around, kill some people? What do you want to do, man? Let's do it.
I just want to do Groundhog quotes.
I would love to stand here and talk to you, but I'm not going to.
The best Groundhog Day quote is there's a Nick Cage movie named after the quote when he's driving with a groundhog. He's like, you don't have to drive angry. And that's where the movie Drive Angry got its name. Fun fact.
No, are you serious? That's
true.
That was the inspiration.
100% true.
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw Groundhog Day in a theater when it came out.
I saw it in the theater later.
What year did Groundhog Day come out?
93.
Yeah, 93.
I was 2 years old.
Didn't know a thing about it. I'm like, it's Bill Murray. And it's directed by Harold Ramis. How bad can it be? We loved it. Yeah, we loved it.
It's got what the fuck is his name? The bald guy that plays the cameraman. Why can't Chris Elliott?
Yeah.
Chris Elliott, everyone thought it was going to be huge. They gave him his own movie, Cabin Boy, and it tanked so bad he almost never worked again.
Looking foxy tonight, man.
That's all I remember about that movie.
I don't think Jansen realizes, or maybe you do now, because the three of us will remember this. Bill Murray was like a comedy god.
He is still a comedy god. What the fuck?
It's so different from back in the day that there was so much less going on that it was like kids like us would like Bill Murray movie was huge. Like obviously Ghostbusters is huge, but
I have a Bill Murray T-shirt with his
Stripes.
Stripes.
Ghostbusters.
It doesn't fit anymore, so my wife wears it all the time. So now I have to buy a new one.
What is Bill Murray's best, funniest movie he ever did?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's Ghostbusters.
Which one?
First one.
That's not even are you fucking joking, Frank?
I thought he was funnier in the second one.
Ghostbusters 2016 for sure.
When he plays that guy,
I think Bill Murray, I don't think you can give him a best movie. I think he puts his heart and soul into every little detail of everything that he does, which is why he's loved so much, right?
Oh, The Life Aquatic with
See, I completely disagree, Jansen. I don't think he gives a shit, and he fucks around. If you watch him in Ghostbusters, he does not care.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. He may not give a shit, but he is completely and fully himself and enjoying himself and everything he does.
Actually, Life Aquatic is pretty good because it's reggae versions of all of the David Bowie songs, and I kind of like that.
I don't like Wes Anderson movies though.
No, but that one's cool just because they did that. I
love Wes Anderson movies. Royal Tenenbaums is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Can't do them.
That shit is amazing. It's so good.
I hate that movie before Royal Tenenbaums. The fuck's that? With the school and Jason Schwartzman's a kid.
Oh yes, that one's great too. I love that.
I fucking hate Rushmore. I've tried 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, maybe this time. No, I fucking hate it. I love Bottle Rocket, his first movie. That one's great.
Moonrise Kingdom, that was good too. Bill Murray's in that.
Anything after Life Aquatic, I didn't see.
Grand Budapest Hotel, that shit's good too.
What about Darjeeling Limited?
I don't think I've seen that one.
What about Isle of Dogs?
I haven't seen that yet. It's on my list, but I
know all his movies.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them.
It's good shit. Honestly, I would say if you're going to start with anything and actually watch it all the way through, Grand Budapest Hotel is great, and so is Royal Tenenbaums. If you'd never seen it,
I saw Royal Tenenbaums.
I love that movie.
Didn't care for it.
It's all right. You're just fucking decrepit.
No, it's trying so hard to be what it is, and it bothers me.
But nothing else was trying that hard to be what it is. It was its own thing. That's why I like it so much.
Yeah, I agree with Jansen.
I don't.
It
doesn't mean I have to like it because you're unique.
It was a thing. Yep. That much you do know about.
I'm wrong because people fucking love these movies, but I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's all right.
I understand how you feel.
I've tried so many times too.
I mean, how can you look at this cast and not go, "Holy shit"?
No, the cast is always the best part.
Cast doesn't mean shit. You can put a cast on all kinds of great,
almost everything. Have you watched the Tarantino?
Talking about the guy that hates us because of Toe.
Yeah, yeah.
Go for Grace.
I was thinking that too.
But I get it when you don't like a certain type of director. Like a lot of people like just really are really into David Lynch, and a lot of it I'm just kind of like, eh.
I can't stand Frankenheimer.
I would tell you right. I don't think that there's a director that I've watched that I've been like, man, I don't want to watch any of this person's shit.
There's a few.
Phoenix is murdering Frank with his eyes right now. For
I
people
know,
that are
I know.
listening, those are actual daggers coming out of
He's
his
watched
eyes.
one Frankenheimer movie and he loved it. So
I know it was great. Seconds is amazing. And by the way, I just want to say, Phoenix, every single season 1 episode you did alone, you've mentioned Frankenheimer. I got them all so far.
By the way, did I mention Frankenheimer?
By the way, did we mention the Crow kind of sucked? It wasn't even that good.
You know what? I did attempt to watch it this week.
Oh, he attempted. Why didn't you finish?
I had to go to work.
Oh, okay. Come on, dude. Tell
I'm
the truth.
serious. I got to
Tell the truth, bro. You got bored. You fell asleep.
No. That's no.
I'll never understand what you don't like about that movie.
I love it.
Listen, I just told you, there's not a single director that I hate their shit and I won't watch it. Okay. There's just
In
some
fact, you
movies
know
that
what?
don't do it.
That movie's my second favorite soundtrack of any movie ever. My first would be The Lost Boys, but
Yeah.
The Crow. Oh my god, great soundtrack.
I used to have that soundtrack for The Crow.
I still have it on CD. Still got
That
it.
best song on the Crow soundtrack.
Best song was definitely the Stone Temple Pilots one. Why can't I think of it right now?
What about Cat Rain All the Time? Cat Rain All the Time.
It's barely on the soundtrack, but also I really like the Keep Calling Me Dead Souls. But I like the
Nine Inch
the
Nails.
well, there's a Nine Inch Nails version, but I like the original version better. I just can't think of the name right now.
You know the other good soundtrack?
Joy Division, yeah,
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's almost like the main song, isn't it?
pretty much. Yeah, it's the one. It's the one you always first remember. But the Burn from The Cure was really good on there. But yeah, Interstate Love Song by Stone Temple Pilots, great. Love that.
Airheads had a good soundtrack.
Fuck yeah, it did. Airheads, yeah.
Bands I will never listen to other than their song on the Airhead soundtrack, like Motorhead. No thanks.
Secretly great soundtrack that nobody knows about. The Last Action Hero, fucking great.
It's a good movie.
It is. It's a good movie, but it's also a great soundtrack.
I would say the soundtrack was much better than the movie. Yeah, it's one of those.
It's a good movie. Watch the movie again as an adult.
I haven't yet. I haven't watched it. So
It gets better with age. Yeah, it's going to find its audience eventually. Yeah, it always won me over, but the older you get, the more you appreciate the little gags.
I guess let's talk about
Twilight Zone.
The episode.
kind of how. No, not even that, because it's very limited. Because the rest of the episode is him explaining all his different tries, because it's called Try Repeated for a reason. So
right.
He's just explaining how many times he's done this, and you kind of see quick little comedy bits of him trying different things, the different names for the mask, and he's like Joe Johnson, Jerry, or like names like that, and she's like, and he says Bob Johnson, and she laughs. She goes, "Oh, really?" I like that. It's a funny little moment.
Yeah, like his look at her, like, really?
Yeah,
yeah, like that got
That's
you.
the one.
Okay.
You have a shit sense of humor, huh?
It's like he's rehearsing a bad comedy routine.
Yeah, it's him trying to perfect every little thing he says, and you can tell. That's why I liked watching it the second time, because I got to watch that with that in mind, and I'm like, he says something and then he walks away, and you can tell he has that down to a science. I have to stop talking right now because we have to be over here so I can pick up the gum and stuff like that. I enjoyed it more the second time around, actually.
Yeah.
Jansen, what?
I said he's got an agenda, and you can tell.
Yeah, like his watch keeps beeping. I love the part where he starts to attack her and she takes his watch, and he's like, "No, not my secret time traveling device." He's like, "It's just my watch. It's a cheat sheet." And she just like drops it on the ground.
Yeah, because he was like, "We've never done this yet. This is a first." So yeah. And I really didn't expect where it went at the end, where he really didn't have to save her in the first damn place. So I thought it was whoever wrote it that way, I thought it was a great ending to it. Like, so there you go.
Yeah, I like that part. Because basically she mentions early on, there's a lot of like setups to lines and then the payoff later. The one is like, she's like, "Tell me something." He's like, "What if I don't?" She goes, "Well, I'll kick your ass." And she does it like in a flirty mode. And later on, he's like, "What are you gonna do?" She's like, "I'll kick your ass." And then he's like, "All right, well," and he's like, "I'll give you $1,000 if you can punch." And then she punches him in the face, and apparently saw blood beforehand. And she punched him in the face like 3 more times. And then security guards show up, hit him one more time.
And that's when she goes to jail in real life.
Yeah. Well, maybe she does tomorrow, but we'll never find out. But it's basically all this leading up to him waking up the next day, having to live the same life again, the same day again, and walking up to her, and you can see he just goes, "It's not fucking worth it." The bus goes by her, doesn't hit her at all. So therefore, the entire pretense for the relationship is completely fabricated, which is just. I want to know how many times he tried to walk up to her in different ways, and eventually he realized this bus is the perfect entry. like I can grab her. Because we also see a little montage of him like running and like screaming. One time he makes the bus crash into some cars. One time he pushes her in front of the bus. She dies. And
So you'd have to assume that the very first time he sees her, she doesn't get hit by the bus, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, we could tell that because there was one scene where she almost, I think it was at the end of the episode, where she almost jumps out in front of it and she pulls back and he smiles.
yeah, that's kind of what I said, like where they went with it at the end. Like she didn't.
Oh yeah, sorry.
yeah, he knew she didn't get hit by the bus in real life.
Like it just kind of clicked in my head, like right as I, after I said it. But then I was thinking about, like, wait a minute. If he's done this every time, then she never got hit by the bus in the first damn place. So
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He pinpointed this spot as the biggest, the best point of entry to talk to her, where she thinks he saved his life. And you can tell he also thought about it as far as going, hey, I can't believe I saved your life. Let's go out to dinner. He didn't try that at all. He just says something cute and walks away. And it kind of like reels her in a little bit. Yep. And you could tell he's got that down to perfection.
Yep.
That part of it.
It kind of makes me want an episode 2. I mean, I know it's an anthology show, but it makes me want an episode 2 just to find out, like, okay, does he ever get out? What is the answer to him getting out? Because that's what I'm curious about.
Adam, we won't make you watch that one.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
We're gonna tape your eyelids open and strap you to a chair. And make
really?
you and then we're gonna make you watch all.
You're gonna do the Ludwig technique and make me watch that shit now.
We're gonna make you watch all 8 or however many seasons there are of that 70s show in order.
You're gonna Clockwork Orange my ass, huh?
Yeah. With the laugh track cranked up.
Singing in the rain.
Not beautiful Ludwig von. No.
Then Adam's gonna beat you to death with a dick statue.
I fucking love that movie. I do. Oh, that movie's stupid good.
The milk bar where they actually drink milk. I love it.
Yep.
On Naked Ladies.
Out of Naked Ladies.
That's a movie I watched a lot. And then one day I was like, you know what? Fuck this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't like it anymore.
Missy hated it.
I think the worst is when you grow up and you're old enough to understand that how big of an asshole Stanley Kubrick really was. It's like, fuck, I love a lot of his movies, though, man. Damn it.
Oh, he's a lunatic.
He's a dick. And a lunatic.
Yeah. But
yeah, I mean, like, I think the interviews with him, talking about how much of a like lunatic Kubrick was during that movie is more interesting than the movie sometimes.
He literally ruined Shelley Duvall's life, man. It's not cool. It's just not cool.
But it was kind of worth it for The Shining.
No, it's not. No. It's not worth ruining anybody's life for any fucking movie. It's hard for me to say
her in anything, so.
No, but I don't think it's fair what happened to her, though.
No.
Well, it was olive oil.
Yeah, but same year as this, I think.
Yeah, it was definitely before this.
I think they both come out in 80.
Yeah. Because she did not film anything after The Shining. That was the end of her career. She had a nervous breakdown.
Well, what I was going to say earlier is
sorry.
Kind of comparing this to, and I guess we'll end on this because we have really nothing else to talk about for this episode.
Nope.
This versus Groundhog Day versus Happy Death Day.
Not versus Edge of Tomorrow.
I didn't see that, so I can't really say anything.
I'm sorry. You should see that one. You'll like it.
But I didn't know where to go with this. What are we thinking as far as what would we do if we were stuck in these in a time loop?
I say we do a fuck, marry, kill with those 3 movies.
Well, this one's getting killed because I love the other 2 movies. And that sucks, but
fair.
I'm going to marry Groundhog Day, fuck Happy Death Day, and kill this episode.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think we all are.
Yeah, damn it. Never mind. Sorry.
And then watch Edge of Tomorrow. Frank will hate it because Tom Cruise is in it.
I feel like I started to watch that and I turned
Did he
it off.
run someplace and save
He runs nonstop in that movie.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I love so much that he's just like known for that. and everybody can agree on it at the same time too.
He should play the Flash. He'd be perfect.
That was like a joke in my family, and I didn't realize it like until I was growing up that like everybody else realized it too. I thought it was fucking funny.
The thing that bothered me before the running thing became popular was how much he has to force him crying into every movie. He has to find a moment in every movie where he breaks down and cries.
It's always so disingenuous too.
Yeah.
Goose, no goose.
He does that thing in Last Samurai where he's crying at the end. He's like talking to the Japanese emperor. And he's like, tell me how he lived. He's like, or he's like, tell me how he died. He goes, crying. He's like, I'll tell you how he lived.
Say what you want about that, about him, but that movie was solid. As long as it fucking was, that movie was good.
Yeah,
She's my little deuce coop. You don't know what I got.
To be fair, I didn't see the finished movie for that, but the version I watched, I didn't like. Maybe they fixed it. I don't know.
Wait, what?
I saw a screening that the producers did. They showed it to our class, and it was like green screens instead of the backgrounds in some scenes.
Oh God!
But you ignore that, and I'm like, I just didn't like the movie. But
Last Samurai.
yeah,
I mean, but I feel like half of that movie really is the cinematic value of it, even though it is green screen. Like how picturesque it is, like that adds a lot of value to that movie. So to see it without it would really lower my.
I don't like the story, so
yeah.
I mean, I will give him credit where credit's due. That he does learn the shit that he does. It's not like a stunt double.
Does his own stunts, yeah.
Well, I mean, even with the samurai shit, with the, with this, that shit's hard, man.
he's like Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves does the same thing.
Like
Keanu Reeves is beloved.
Yeah.
Yes, Keanu Reeves is a
creepy fucking
stand-up
weirdo.
dude. Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Keanu Reeves is the savior of our generation.
Yep.
Keanu Reeves is such a good person. We ignored how bad of an actor he was in the 90s.
Keanu Reeves for president.
Fair.
whoa.
I'll
Billy's
endorse
So
it.
bad in
You
Devil's
fucking
Advocate.
kidding me, dude?
So bad.
Devil's Advocate is a solid plot, though. I love that movie.
But his accent
terrible.
is so bad, though, man. He's doing the Southern accent and just murdering it.
He has like a Tallahassee, but he has like a Southern drawl. And you're like, what are you doing?
But it's not as bad as his English accent in Bram Stoker's Dracula. His Californian English accent.
He's from the West Coast of England. Where
If I've offended you,
Well, shit,
then I'm sorry.
It can't be any worse than I just rewatched Troy the other night. It can't be any worse than Brad Pitt's attempt at a fucking like British English type accent that like
Dude,
he forgets to do every other.
Troy is
other
such a
line.
beautiful disaster, man.
It's
You
know what? To be
You mean
quite honest, though, that movie is fucking solid. It was so good.
It's entertaining, but it's so bad. It is just so over the top.
The fight scenes are cool.
Yeah.
That's all there is. Didn't
Yep.
Brad Pitt like barely speak in that movie for that reason?
Pretty much.
I don't remember him speaking that much.
I mean, he speaks quite a bit.
Does he?
Yeah.
I don't
He's
hear
pretty
him.
monosyllabic in there.
He's so fucking hot that I don't hear what he says. He is one sexy
Worst part
person.
about that movie or any movie ever with this guy in it is fucking Legolas. What's this guy's name?
Orlando Bloom.
Boom.
Orlando Bloom.
Fuck that guy, dude. I hate that guy so much.
Why?
I don't know. There's
He's
something
not.
about him. It's probably the same feeling that Adam feels towards.
Thank you. I was just gonna say
I
that. Same
just
reason I hate
fucking hate
Topher
him.
Grace.
and I don't know why.
He shows up in the room and you're just like, you know what? Fuck that guy.
He shows up to every room with a bow and arrow in hand. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? We're
What?
filming a fucking futuristic movie here. What do you got a bow and arrow?
Pirates of the Caribbean or Lord of the Rings, Jansen? Which one's worse?
Which one's worse?
Yeah. Well, as far as
Iris.
Orlando Bloom's performance.
I mean, well, to be honest, I feel like his performance in Lord of the Rings is minor compared to that of Pirates of the Caribbean. So I would
He
have to
gets
say,
thrown out in the big cast of Lord of the Rings.
right? I'd have to say Pirates of the Caribbean is not his movie. But then again, nobody thought that it would be, fucking what's his name's movie?
Johnny
God
Depp.
damn it, I can't think. Yeah, Johnny Depp. I can't think of names today. Nobody thought it would be Johnny Depp's thing, and that's what it's for now.
I
At
consider
least
those
by
Jeffrey
a younger
Rush movies.
generation. Say again.
I consider those Jeffrey Rush movies.
Jeffrey
Who?
Rush.
He's the bad guy.
Barnabas or whatever the fuck. His
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think he's better in that than anybody else.
I
No,
I haven't seen any.
Barabbas, yeah.
I think the last.
Barbosa, that's it. Barbosa.
Yeah, like the second Pirates of the Caribbean is the last one I've seen.
Mhm.
I saw the first 3.
Yeah, I think I've seen the first 3. I don't know if there's any more than that. Are there any more than that?
There's 5.
Unfortunately, there's like
Yeah, there's a
2
bunch.
more after the third one.
They should have stopped after the second one.
You're fucking right, they should have.
They are cash cows, dude.
Yeah.
They won't be for long though.
Well, I mean, it was the Marvel franchise before the Marvel franchise, so that's why.
Yeah, the Marvel franchise is
they're
still.
going to start losing lots of money without Mr. Depp.
Oh, that's try repeated.
What?
Do you have any clips, Frank?
Oh, I got the outro.
Do you want to play his intro? No. Do you have Jordan Peele's just intro, not them talking first?
Yeah.
Okay. Play that and then play his outro.
You might say that Claudia King has found herself on a kind of blind date, one set up not by friend, family, or coworker. This is a match neither made in heaven nor the internet, but in the far darker web of the Twilight Zone.
What I love about his intro is he does this, which he's done a few times this season. He goes, "In the Twilight Zone." He does this little like, care to watch?
He's waiting for the director to say, "Yep, okay, nailed it."
I have feelings about the next episode's intro, and I can't wait to talk about them.
I have feeling about the next episode.
What the fuck is that?
With the outro or intro?
The intro.
Hold on.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
All right,
We'll talk about that next time.
Or I mean, Jansen, do you think that was the intro? Because that was the outro.
Was it the outro or the intro?
That's the
Outro.
intro.
Is it the intro?
The
Really?
intro. I just watched it.
Just watched it.
Okay, so yeah, all right, fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that next time.
Yep. Next episode. Yep.
You guys want to do plugs?
Sure. You don't have the. I'm just getting to the computer. Okay.
I have nothing, Frank.
Red Dragons Radio, Way Off Topic Radio.
God damn it, stop mine.
Oh, I'm sorry, James. I didn't know what to say. I'm like, I don't know what to say now because I'm so used to the computer.
There's no sound effects. There's no computer. There's nothing. I'm on a laptop.
Why? What happened to the computer?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Fair enough.
Adam?
You can find me on the internet at www.raiderslostflicks.com. You can find me at Twitter at Raiders_OTLF. I love to talk about bad movies. Come check us out.
LIWstudios.com.
Yeah, I got nothing.
RedDragonsRadio.com. Jansen told me he wants to plug.
Yeah, I want to plug that.
Let's
Frank all night long in a Hampton Inn with a big purple dildo.
Oh yeah. I want to get plugged in a Hampton Inn with a big purple dildo by my wife before she.
I'd like to plug Pornhub if you haven't checked it out already.
Until next time. In the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
I'm
I'm
Jansen
Frank.
Carter.
I'm sorry.
Wasn't me this time.
I win.
Hey, you got me. You didn't say it first. Go ahead.
Until next time, and in the meantime, I'm Jansen Carlin.
I'm Phoenix. Oh my God.
What?
Play us out, Phoenix.
What?
We're done.
There's nothing to play.
I'm Frank Clementine Link. Squeeze.
He's Frank Links. I'm Adam Wilcox.
Squeeze.
We're out of here. I'm Jansen Carlin. Like I said, the first 2 times.
Nobody fucking heard you because they were talking over people. Play the outro. We're going to end on Jordan Peele, and then we'll go to break.
Claudia King will, like most of us, proceed directly to a lifetime of tomorrows, leaving Mark Wheeler to spend an eternity in a prison of his own design. The inability, no matter how many tries he's given, to see beyond himself. An endless loop of solitary confinement here in the Twilight Zone.
Shadow play ripoff.
So long, citizens. All right.
Shadow play ripoff. You just had to get that in there.
Yeah, no, I did.
Schwarzenegger time.
And I also got the sleeping reference there. Jansen.